This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Welcome to the October 26th, 2021 City Council work session. I don't see anything on the agenda as far as a work session goes, so let's just go right to reports. Maybe we can get the Chief of Police and the Clerk Treasurer reports done before the regular meeting starts. Wayne was called away on a whatever, and but he said he didn't think it would take that long, so maybe he'll be back in time for the regular meeting. John Hutchings, do you have anything for us?
Yes, ma'am, Deputy Mayor. It's only about 3 minutes, but this last Saturday, even though the weather was dodgy, it was a pretty good turnout for the Dakota Tenino Healthy Action Team, the Be That medication return take back. We ended up with about, I'm going to guess, about 50 pounds worth of medications that were returned, and that's a good response. The process for chief hiring, the first phase is the application process that ends this Friday, and by extending it, we actually received 2 more applicants, which was very good. So we have, I think, 4 or 5 applications to sort through. So that process is continuing now. Now it's starting to ramp up. And the police department, budget-wise, is on target for this time of the year. And it looks like we'll have some reversion coming back to the city. Any questions?
No, just a statement. I tried to send you the paperwork on trespass that we use for Lacey, and it bounced back, so I sent it to Wayne.
Oh, good. Thank you. I didn't receive it. Yeah, good. Thank you. What's the big change in that? The wording?
I'm not real sure what the big change is. Maybe it's just that with that the Lacey police will actually do something, whereas over in Olympia, it's a little bit more difficult to get them to do anything about those issues.
Okay. When was that sent to Wayne?
Today. I tried to send it to you yesterday, and it bounced back, so I sent it to Wayne today. I haven't checked my emails to see if it bounced back or not.
Okay, good. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. Any other questions or comments? All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Kayleen?
Yeah, I have a couple things. The budget is coming along nicely. We will be having our first budget hearing on the 9th of November. Other than that, the City Hall renovation is moving along. We're hoping that they'll be done with the sections they're working on now and be in our office mid to end of November. I'm not sure where the staff will be relocated during that time, but we will try and make the transition, the team, we'll try and we have a great one, we'll try and make the transition as seamless as possible for the community. And I think that's all I have, Linda.
Thank you, Kayleen. I don't see George here, so let's just go down the line. Fire District 12.
Same thing. We're going through a budget process and the union contract, and it looks like everything's going pretty well.
Okay. Library, is Linda here? Nope. Museum.
They had a meeting, but I missed it because I didn't wake up in time.
I think that they've gone back to their winter hours now, which I think is just Friday and Saturday. I'm not sure about Sunday, but I can find out. I know I see Jody here, so let's have a report from the Tenino Community Service Center.
There's not a whole lot to report. We are writing our grants so that we can get a cover on the courtyard so that we can keep some people safe out of the weather. Today was kind of, you know, not happy. So that's kind of where we are. We've got the plans already put in. and we've got our contractor, our number of contractors, because it takes a few levels of those guys. So that's where we are.
Thanks, Jody.
If I may, Jody, as fire commissioner, I'd like to say thank you for the help that you've been providing to the fire department. And it sounds like you and Chief are getting along very well. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I kind of like that guy. He seems to be wanting to do some good things in the community. So that's what we're all about. Everybody play together as well as we can.
I just wanted to thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, Arch Commission, again, George is not here. Civil Service Commission, we're working on putting that together. Facade Improvement Grant Review Committee, I am still contacting the people that have not completed their painting that they wanted to do. No Finance Committee, Planning Commission, Public Safety Commission, Director of Public Works not here. City Planner, is City Planner here? Building official, I mean. City Attorney, Clerk, Treasurer, we got you already. The Mayor, BDAT, anything?
Yeah, they have their family fun day this Saturday in Bucota. But unfortunately, they never gave me the time. But if you go to their Facebook page, Bucota Tenino Healthy Action Team, you can call the phone number that's listed on there, and they'll give you the time there.
Jason starts at noon.
Oh, thank you, Jody. Starts at noon.
Thanks, Joe.
Yep.
CIP, Solid Waste Advisory Board, South Thurston County, steady. Again, no George. TCOM, Tenino School Board.
I was at their meeting I covered their meeting last night. They elected a new chair. That would be Casey Shiwi. And they named Jessica, their new member, as vice chair to replace Casey. And they also named Dr. Winans as their Citizen of the Month in their community recognition program.
Well, that's nice.
And I don't have any other report for the school district.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you, Dan.
TRPC. Transportation Policy Board.
Well, after a big mix-up of me not getting any of the information and all that kind of good stuff, I knew when the meeting was supposed to be and actually tracked it down and showed up a little bit late. But we talked a little about the Commute Trip Reduction Act and how it relates to the newfound work at home group. We also acknowledged Doug DeForest. I'm not sure. Does anybody on here know who Doug DeForest is? Okay. He served as the business community person and then as the civilian representative to the Transportation Policy Board, and was there as the longest serving civilian person on our board. He retired finally after all of these years, and we gave him recognition. We all talked a little bit about him. He talked a little bit about us, and that was pretty much the end of the meeting. I'm done. Your turn, Linda.
Linda, I'm not sure if you saw that George has arrived.
She's got an X-Spire name. I wonder if she fell off. Yeah, she fell off. There you go.
I lost the network there for a minute.
Your
Okay.
turn. George Sharp is here.
I see George is here now. George, could you give us a report on the chamber?
Hey everyone, thanks for having me join you. Want to thank everybody who participated in the candidates forum last Wednesday night at the Kodiak room. And we had a good turnout of that in person. We also had it on Zoom and also had Facebook Live so people could tune in and listen to the candidates for both the Port Commission and the City Council race. The Chamber's next event will be the November lunch, and that'll be on November 17th. And that's where we're going to highlight the nonprofit organizations in the community. And then in December, we will have our third Wednesday. I don't have the date right in front of me. I think it's the December 15th. And we're going to honor the Heddens community, the Heddens Pharmacy family, and thank them for all their service they've done to the community. We'll also be announcing the Volunteer of the Year and have elections of our board officers at that meeting.
Thank you, George.
Yep.
George?
Yeah.
PDC?
The EDC is having a board retreat tomorrow, and then they're planning for the 2020 program year, 2022 program year. We do have a Thurston Strong. We'll be announcing some grant programs probably next week coming out. Grants for small businesses and also for nonprofit organizations. thurstonstrong.org is the website to check out. Make sure you're signed up there. They'll be sending out an email when they make the announcement of what those grants are and the programs.
How about Steady?
Steady, we had a good meeting this month. We're in October, and next month we're going to hopefully have representatives. There's new representatives from Puget Sound Energy that'll come and talk about the programs and how they serve our rural communities, and also United States Department of Agriculture Rural Development to talk about all the new programs they have that just kicked off October 1st. That's the third Friday of every month.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor.
Hi.
I think I've gone through all of the reports already.
Okay.
Except for his.
What do we want to talk about?
I'm trying to figure this out. Sorry, I'm doing this from my phone, so it's a little goofy. Well,
Good picture, Wayne.
is it? Can you see me?
No.
Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. All right, where you at, Linda? Linda, thank you for doing that.
No problem. Just,
So
we've gone through all the reports. I just didn't know if there was anything else you wanted to talk about.
No, we were going to put some draft agenda items on the work session. Initially had that on there, but we pulled back on that. We still got some more work to do, but the budget is in draft format, and it is getting ready. We've got the revenue done. The expenditures need to be worked on some more. There's going to be some give and take with some of the departments and department heads. And before we put anything out there to the public, we definitely wanted to meet with some of our department heads again first, so that there's like no questions or surprises, and we're all on the same page before we put it out there for everybody. We're also talking about maybe having some kind of, if there's any council members that want to come in, and we can't do it as a council meeting, but if there's anybody that has any questions, maybe setting up some time where I can make myself available, Kayleen can make herself available for council members to come in and go through stuff. As far as my report goes, that's been probably the bigger thing that's been going on, is budget prep, and then the city hall is, things have kind of like gotten into a kind of a fun mode where we're getting to see a lot of the things finally come together. If you were up, I don't know if anybody reported on this, so I apologize, but if you were to get upstairs, you would see the coffered ceilings are all installed, and they're started to put the plywood in kind of in the recesses. The floors are all done. They're covered still, but they're all done. and then the trim and the windows, window trim has gone in. The awning's gone in downstairs. The break room cabinets have gone in. So things are starting to come together, and it's pretty exciting, and it is really, really looking nice and much more functional. Really excited for you guys to see the council chambers someday again when it's all said and done, because it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Anybody have any questions for me?
No,
Okay.
we can't see you though.
Yeah. Stop my webcam. Share my webcam. Can you see me now?
Now we can see you.
Okay. Okay. I can't see you, so what are you talking about? Did Chief Hutchings give his report?
Everybody gave their report. The
Okay.
chief gave his, and Kayleen gave hers,
Okay.
and George.
I told
and
you
everybody.
we did extend the period for the chief position vacancy, and there was a lot of reasons for that. We wanted to, with all the things going on and kind of officers leaving places, it just made sense to keep it open a little longer. But I'm sure he reported on that. So
I did, Mayor, and you didn't hear this, but by extending it, we scooped up 2 more applicants.
perfect.
Very good, yeah.
Yep. So that is it for the work session. Does anyone have any other topics?
Don't forget to vote next week, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I vote, Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Wait until the last minute, huh?
All the time.
All the time.
Ask Mary Hall, she'll tell you.
Did I see that Kim Wyman was scooped up by the feds?
Yep.
Wow.
Look like it. Who? I wonder. I was going to look up to see who takes her place.
The
I'm
governor.
sure
He's
there's
got to be appointed by Inslee. He hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, there would be like a deputy person
probably.
that would be interim, and then Inslee's going to appoint somebody.
Did she
Well,
actually accept it today?
Excuse me?
Did she accept that position today? Because they said this morning she was still contemplating or thinking about it.
Yeah,
What
she
I
did.
saw is that she accepted it.
She wrote out a letter.
Wow.
It'll be
I
the
guess
first time since
if
I've
you
lived
believe
here
Facebook, she did.
it'll be the first time since I've lived here that Thurston County resident has not been Secretary of State.
Yeah, well, who knows? Mary Hall may end up there.
Who knows?
Yeah.
That
John
I
would be
did
O'Callahan
see the
for
person that lost to her wrote a letter to Inslee wanting that spot.
Oh. Yeah. A little change of party action.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. I can't remember who it was, but
When I first got here, it was Ralph Monroe, then Ralph Reed, then her.
Sam Reed.
Yeah, Sam Reed. It's been decades that Thurston County's held that spot.
Mm-hmm. Which is pretty impressive.
Yes, it is.
And they've done a good job. Yeah. Anything else noteworthy of discussion?
Mayor, we still have until this Saturday for anybody to enter the Scarecrow contest, and we want to thank City Hall for participating in October in Tenino. We also had 178 entries into our coloring contest, and those are up on the Chamber Facebook page for people to vote. The person who has the most votes for People's Choice will win the opportunity to light the flip the switch on the Christmas tree on Saturday, December 4th. For the Tenino Christmas tree, and there's also some prize money that we're giving out to people.
Awesome job.
How are we doing with the wooden money, George?
We're probably around $10,400 sold so far this year.
Good.
And that expires on December 31st this year. So we're going to put a push out for people to use it during the holiday season to give us gifts and then they'll need to spend it by December 31st if they receive it as gifts.
Okay.
Changing subject then, Chief, how's it going with 1310?
There hasn't been a lot of talk about it with the cities. In fact, there's been no talk about it with the cities since it was the big thing in July and August. And I don't remember seeing anything coming back from the prosecuting attorney yet either. But I will look into that. I'll look into that and report back.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I have nothing else. So we are going to take a 9-minute recess. I'll see you guys at 7:30.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the October 26, 2021 Tenino City Council meeting. Let the record show that I believe all council members are present. Let's see. We have Jason, Dawn, Linda, and Rachel. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
All right. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
approval of the agenda.
All right, we have a motion to approve
Okay.
and a second. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. We have minutes for the 10/12/21 meeting.
No
Move
approval.
approval.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. That brings us to the consent calendar for October 13th to October 22nd, 26th.
No approval.
Second.
Can you scroll down, Jen? This consent calendar, the payroll, scroll up. Okay. Oh, geez. Can you read it, please? Okay, payroll EFTs in the amount of $39,459.25. Claims checks number 30184 through 30206 and EFTs in the amount of $23,866.86 for a grand total of $63,326.09, along with liquor cannabis license renewals for Scatter Creek Winery and Scatter Creek Brewing. We have a second. All those in favor of approving the consent calendar?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. That brings us to public comments. If there is anyone in the public that would like to provide comment, please do so at this time. You'll be given 3 minutes. State your name and address, and we'll hear you speak. Going once, going twice. Moving right along, that brings us to old business. Review ordinance 920 regarding amending park hours and camping season. All right, we have the ordinance here for review. Is there any feedback?
Move approval. Is this first reading?
Yes.
Okay,
Stand by.
move for first reading.
Hold on. Okay. This is we have a motion and a second to approve this as the first reading of City Ordinance 920. This is an ordinance of the City of Tenino, Washington, amending Chapter 1608 Parks, Tenino Municipal Code. Now therefore be it ordered, resolved, and decreed by the City Council and the City of Tenino as followed. I'm going to read the first and the last. In the public interest, Tenino City Council finds that adoption of the amendment to the Parks Code is set forth in Section 2 below is in the best public interest for the citizens. Go to the bottom, please. You scroll down.
Last paragraph.
Yep, scroll down the last paragraph, please. This is amending the park hours and camping dates. Section 5, if any provisions of this ordinance or application to any person or circumstances is held invalid, the remainder of the ordinance applicable provision passed and adopted by the City Council of the City of Tenino, Washington, open and signed by its mayor, a regular scheduled meeting on this date. Is there any discussion? Okay, so this would amend the dates that camping is allowed and some of the park hours. This is the first reading. This will be at the next meeting for the second reading and adoption. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. That brings us to new business. The City of Tenino has 48 utility customers that are more than 90 days delinquent. The total of these past due accounts is $76,999.20. Washington State Proclamation 20-23.15 expired September 30th, 2021. The City of Tenino will resume disconnection of service for past due accounts. So we, through the emergency proclamation, we allowed for there to be no shutoffs during the emergency, during the pandemic, and we discontinued late fees. So there are a number of utility customers that have been able to not get their water shut off, and we have also not charged late fees. What we are asking the City Council to do is to allow us to work with the delinquent customers, the 48 utility customers that are 90 days delinquent, because we have to now start shutting water off again if somebody's behind. So we're going to send out a notice letting everyone know, and then we have developed a contract for the delinquent customers that would allow us to put together some payment plans so we can refrain from water shutoffs. But we can't absolve bills. We can't, there's no forgiveness of the water that was used and charged. So we're trying to come up with a way, and this is we base this a lot off of what Yelm did. We're looking for a way to be able to work with our customers, but we need the City Council to be aware of and okay with.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve this past due letter, as well as the 12-month contract that will allow the administration to work with the various utility customers that are delinquent. Is there any discussion?
Do we have any, do we know of any programs that the state has that could help these people get the money?
And not at this time. We don't have anything to put forward, so to speak. We can look. We'll take a look. Anybody that's got any suggestions, we'll listen to them. But we want to be able to put this in motion so that we can help the individuals. Any other discussion? This would go out in the November water bills. This notice would be stuffed in the November water bills.
I was just going to point out that I do believe there are some resources listed on that letter that people can reach out to to get help to pay for their water bill. There was a bunch of websites listed there.
Yep. Thank you.
Since the letter hasn't gone out, I would imagine that some of these people don't have internet access. Could you put down there that they can go to the library for internet access?
Sure.
Thank you.
Good suggestion. All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. This brings us to resolutions. We're going to review resolution 2021-06 regarding LeMay Waste Services rate increases. So every year, LeMay lets us know what their rates are. We are asking for review and approval of resolution 2021-06, establishing the rates that LeMay is going to charge us for waste collection in the city of Tenino.
Is this just a first reading?
This is a resolution, not an ordinance. So this
Okay.
would adopt the resolution.
I don't see anywhere it says how much they are going to raise them.
That was my next question.
If I remember right, I believe it was like 2.97%.
Oh, I'm wondering if it needs to be in the resolution.
We could probably add that.
Yep. Okay. We'll put that on the next agenda then.
Well, actually, what we can do is I can amend my approval to move approval with accepted changes.
Let's just keep it clean. Have that addition put in there into the resolution, and we'll have it on the next. It's an easy one.
Okay.
Because I mean, just so you guys know exactly what it's going to have on there. Is that?
That's a
that
pretty
works?
low interest rate considering gas prices and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that brings us to ordinance 920. We've already reviewed and we've already approved the first reading of ordinance 920. We have given reports. That brings us to public comment period number 2. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to provide public comment, you can do so at this time. All right, hearing none, that brings us to announcements. We have a flyer that is posted. This is elected officials essentials coming up December 4th. This is a class that I'm not going to say it's a requirement, but it's a soft requirement that I believe everybody should take. So if you have not attended this, I believe a couple of us attended it several times. You're open to it, and you let us know, and we will make sure that your registration is paid. And that's it. That's my announcement. Does anyone have any other announcements?
How about them Beavers?
Yeah,
What a team.
man.
They play in
I
White
just love the
Salmon
fact that
this
they
weekend.
get to.
Hold
Oh,
on,
sorry.
one at a time.
Go ahead, Rachel. Sorry.
Right. No, they play in White Salmon this weekend, but they're going to rest the boys, the varsity boys. So the C team is going to play offense, and then the varsity will do defense. And then, yep, our boys will play at home the following weekend. So that's a big game. So don't miss that one.
Awesome.
They're currently 7-1 too. So that's a huge season.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing. What are they ranked in the state now, Jason or Rachel? Do you know?
I think it's around. Last I checked, it was 5 or 6. I can't remember.
Yeah. The
Wow.
ranks.
It was 5th going into the Elma game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then they're top 5. There's no way they dropped.
That's amazing.
Well,
Yeah, they rolled over Elma pretty well.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ever your
Everybody
first
saying that was
game?
going to be a tough game, and they proved everybody wrong.
Remember your freshman year, Wayne? You guys were undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best wishes should go out to Carrie Nagel, who had to have an emergency happen appendectomy. Missed
Oh, no.
Friday's game.
And everything's okay?
Apparently,
Yeah, that's anymore. That's kind of an in and out kind of thing, unless there's an issue.
yeah. He had his players well drilled though. They took care of business.
Nice. All right. Any other announcements? Okay. That brings us to adjournment. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Have a good night.
Yeah, hey, join us at City Hall on Sunday for City Halloween.
We're coming through.